Hello there. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I haven't recorded in a few days. It's been a very busy week. I've been outside all week and I've worked a couple 10-hour days, so I've been like, whew, I'm tired. Anyway, before we get started, I have a new album coming out. It's titled 3. Very good name, I know. It's my third album. Crazy. It's coming out August 19th, and so next Friday, there's going to be a link in the description to my link tree. You can find it in there. You can pre-save it to your Spotify. Or if you're watching this after that date, you can go ahead and download it now. Fuck it. Why not? So, Trump's house was recently raided, Mar-a-Lago down in Florida. We know that the FBI did a massive raid on the house to look for some classified documents. Now, at first, we weren't exactly sure what those documents were, but now we have reports coming out that they may be nuclear related, maybe related to nuclear weapons, and we know that up to maybe 15 boxes worth of these documents were taken from the White House. Now, there's a lot of people saying that Trump could just declassify this stuff, and he didn't do that, first of all. And maybe there's a reason why. If it is nuclear weapon related, he obviously wouldn't want to do that. There is a different process that goes into declassifying that particular stuff. However, I don't think, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the president can't just fucking take the shit home with him. I am fairly certain that the president is not allowed to take classified documents home. I could be totally wrong on that, but especially when it comes to like nuclear weapons, I feel like that's particularly dangerous. A big national security threat. Just having some classified documents in some dude's house, in Florida. That's a pretty big threat, a pretty big problem. However, almost instantly, and thanks to Trump's wording of things, you can go find his original statement online that he sent out, and I can email it to everybody, wherever the fuck. I'm sure it's on Truth Social somewhere. It's immediately been targeted as like a Democrat-run raid to stop Trump from running in 2024. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That is like the least likely option, because what you have to believe in order for that to happen is, one, you probably have to believe that the election in 2020 was stolen, and if you already believe that, your opinion is invalid to me. I don't care. You already believe in the nuttiest, stupidest shit. I don't even want to have that discussion. But if you think that the election is legitimate, and you maybe think that this whole thing is a thing to get Trump, a couple things. One, the FBI was willing to stay silent on this, not go public about it. Trump made it a public deal. He didn't have to do that, but he did. Right, so the FBI isn't doing this for political gain. Obviously, if they were doing it for political gain, I don't think they would have been so quiet about it. They would have made it very clear what they're doing. And you also have to believe that the FBI director, who is appointed by Trump, the judge who signed off on the warrant, and that all these people acting in this raid are all in some cabal to get Trump. That's a lot of factors. That's a lot of people all going into this. I think it's hard to believe that that's the case. Honestly, that seems a little bit absurd. The more likely answer, the much more reasonable answer, because it's real, is that Trump took some classified documents home, which he wasn't supposed to do. 15 boxes worth, potentially. He allegedly did this, by the way. I don't know for sure, but allegedly. I don't want to say that he did it. However, the facts of the matter are pretty clear to me, but what's more interesting to me is the amount of conservative cope. If you look all through Twitter right now, all over conservative media, Fox News, The Daily Wire, anywhere, you're going to see massive amounts of cope from this. They're going to they call this country like a third world country. I think Trump called America a broken third world country. We have people saying defund the FBI, abolish the FBI, other shit like this. They're just going bonkers right now. They're really taking this personally. And I don't understand it. Trump is no bastion of like holiness. He's not a holy kind of guy. He cheats on his wife, or at least he cheated on his wife with fucking porn stars and hookers and shit. Not exactly the stand-up dude that people seem to act like he is. Don't understand it. I don't understand how any Christian fundamentalist can sit here and be like, yeah, Donald Trump's great, we love him. It's like, dude, he's a horrible human being. He's lied, cheated, and steals his way out of everything. He hardly pays his fucking taxes, dude. There's a reason he still hasn't shown his tax returns. It's been like 7 years since 2015. Still hasn't done it. Kind of weird. Anyway, but I want to be clear about something else. Anybody who brings up Hillary Clinton or Hunter Biden, they're engaging in what is called whataboutism. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do it right now. Here we go. I'm looking up whataboutism. Let's look this up. All right, here we go. Whataboutism, the technique or practice of responding to an accusation or difficult question by making a counter-accusation or raising a different issue. That is exactly what is happening right now with this. Anybody who brings up, well, Hillary Clinton in the emails, whataboutism? Not important, not even relevant to the situation at all. So anytime someone says that, just say that's not relevant. It's a completely different case. We have totally different standards. There's totally different evidence to what's going on. It's not some political bias thing. The director was appointed by Trump. It is just completely different. Every legal case is different. I'm sure that any reasonable lawyer would look at you and be like, yeah, it's a different case. There's probably other stuff going on. But that's not, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. But I think anybody can, reasonably understand that this is a completely different situation than what's been happening before. We should not be bringing up people like Hunter Biden or Hillary Clinton into it. And that's not a way to deflect from what they've been doing. I don't like either of those people, and I don't give a shit about Hunter Biden. I don't give a fuck. Clinton, don't like her. Nobody likes her. Same with Joe Biden. Nobody likes Joe Biden. We all just hate Trump. Anyway, but no, if you see somebody doing this, they're engaging in whataboutism, and it's not smart. It's not a good tactic. It's certainly not a way to find the truth. But, again, I'll say it again, the best thing to come out of this is all the conservative cope. And a lot of conservatives, especially the media heads right now, are really going off. So when this first happened, Michael Knowles, me, love him. I love the guy. I think my earbuds, nope, they're not in backwards. I'm just dumb. He made a video on it, and we're going to go over that video today. Just like this.
Nostradamus strikes
Hold on.
again. Yesterday, the FBI raided Donald Trump's home at Mar-a-Lago. And in this case, I truly hate to say.
I don't care.
I even think most people would vote for him, especially after re-election in 2024. And
okay, wait, hold on.
About 1 hour before the raid took place, Allie and I were here, and Allie was in Nashville. We were filming some stuff. We were discussing whether or not we would bet on Trump winning re-election in 2024. And I said, look, I love the guy. I voted for him twice.
You love the guy? The guy that's, yeah, okay. The guy that was on Epstein's plane, like on the flight list, confirmed. Probably touched some kids. Definitely lied and cheated and definitely didn't pay his taxes properly. For sure. That guy. You love him. The guy who, you know what? No. Oh, whatever. I just think it's weird that people like Michael Knowles say shit like, I love the guy. It's like, dude, you don't know him. He doesn't give a shit about you. It's Donald fucking Trump. He's a fucking billionaire, dude. But I forget then that these people are also millionaires and they're super fucking wealthy.
If he were the nominee in 2024, I would happily vote for him a third time.
And he'd still lose. I
think most people would vote for him, especially after this terrible administration we've got right now. But I said, I would not bet on Trump winning in 2024 because there's just one reason.
Oh, no.
I am not sure that the powers that be will let him win.
Oh, straight off the bat, we're a minute in and we're getting to the conspiracy shit. Immediately jumps into the conspiracy theory bullshit. Oh, no. Guarantee you, calling it now, this is going to tie back into the 2020 election, how it was rigged and stolen, which has been debunked over and over again. My evidence for this, look at the 61 of 62 court cases that Trump lost, half of which were just thrown out because his legal team did such a fucking awful job at properly making the case that the judge just said, I can't do anything with this. And then the one case that he did win turned up like nothing of significance. Like, I think Arizona did their audit right, and it showed that like there was not enough voter fraud to be as significant, like more significant than ever before. It's crazy. People talk about like 2,000 mules, talk about so many different sources on different shit. It's just like, nope, not what you think it is. Every fucking time, there's just people constantly lying about the election, constantly, and these motherfuckers still do it. 2 years later, almost.
Talking about the FBI, the DOJ, the deep state, the crooks who control.
The deep state. Oh no, god damn it. He's doing Alex Jones. Well, because Alex Jones is going away, we need a replacement, obviously. This guy's going to be it. Michael Knowles.
The election rules last time. The big tech cartel. The whole blob. I'm not just talking about Biden or the House Democrats. I'm talking about the whole...
Biden didn't know it was happening. The Biden administration did not know that the raid was happening.
Array
until after.
Of established interests. I just don't know that they will let Trump win, whatever the voters want. Okay, when we're talking about the...
He lost against Joe Biden. Joe Biden. I don't think Trump's going to win anyway. If Joe Biden can beat Donald Trump, anybody can beat Donald Trump, honestly.
Liberal establishment,
because that's how bad Trump is.
Talking about groups that have a lot of power. Groups that already used that power to rig the election in 2020. I don't see
he said it. I was right. I deserve a fucking cookie.
Any reason that they wouldn't do it again now that they are even more fully ensconced in power.
Jesus.
It's just something about Trump. More so than other Republicans. They just hate this guy.
That was beautiful.
They hate the way that he shakes things up. And I just didn't know if they're going to let it.
Maybe they hate him because he's a liar, he's a crook, and he's a piece of shit. Maybe that's why they hate him. Maybe they hate him because he's taken the political polarization of this country and like used that to his own benefit and thus polarized us more. Maybe they hate him because he's lied constantly for the past 2 fucking years that the election was stolen from him and rigged and has not stopped. Maybe that's why they fucking hate him, because he's an actual piece of shit human being. Just saying. He was on Epstein's plane. Remember that.
Do it. Within an hour of that conversation with Allie, the FBI raided President Trump's home in Chicago, reportedly
FBI.
looking for classified documents that he had there. That was the...
Like I said, all the conservatives be like, defund the FBI. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene made a tweet that said defund the FBI. I got like 100,000 fucking likes on Twitter. And then she deleted it because I think she quickly realized that goes very against what she said about the BLM protests about defunding the police, which is funny. Very funny.
That was the presumptive basis for the raid. The FBI, which never raided Hillary Clinton for the 30,000 emails containing classified info that she had.
Whataboutism. We just talked about it. See what he's doing? See? Now you know it's coming. You know what's happening.
Had on a server at her
Hunter Biden's next, I bet.
home. The FBI, which has yet to raid Hunter Biden's home, despite video evidence of him committing
That's beautiful.
national security compromising crimes.
Which ones? Show me the video. You can't just leave this vague, dude. He's like, this is what they always do. They always do this thing where they like allude to some vague thing and then they never fucking show it. By the way, there's no argument being made here. Not at all. He hasn't said a fucking thing worth listening to. Neither
That same
have I.
FBI is now focusing all of its attention on raiding the home of Joe Biden's most prominent and most popular political opponent.
Okay, so I doubt they're doing all of their attention. That's a little silly. The FBI has more important shit going on than Donald Trump. I like that this guy, Michael Knowles here, thinks that like Donald Trump is like the most important thing in the world. I think the cultists, love him more than the media does.
Not just a former president, don't forget. The guy who is currently leading in the polls by a long shot for the Republican nomination in 2024, the biggest political threat to Joe Biden.
He already lost once.
Now, ironically, the raid has a paradoxical effect. On the one hand, it proves my point. It shows that the establishment will do absolutely anything to stop Trump in 2024.
Wait, no, he committed an actual fucking crime. Allegedly. Like, he committed an actual crime. I'm confused. We know he took the documents now. Like, we're going to see the search warrant like any fucking day now. How is this doing anything? He stole documents which potentially have nuclear fucking like information on them. Like, ugh.
On the other hand, it makes Trump's admirers, myself included, even more inclined than perhaps we already
You shouldn't admire Trump.
were to support him again.
Why? What is up with this? What's up with this fucking cult around Trump, dude? These people are fucking nuts. I don't know what Trump did. Trump was mean on television, and that made the fucking right-wing people go fucking bonkers for him. He also told them that their guns were going to get stolen, and that the Mexicans were going to steal their jobs. Get out of here, fucking news. Gross.
Where does that leave us? Does that leave us with Trump 2024? DeSantis 2024? Cruz 2024? Biden 2024?
Yeah, Biden 2024. Fuck yeah. Or, you know what? Probably not. I hope he doesn't run again. He probably will, but I hope he doesn't. God, I want someone else in the Democratic Party to run. I would be, honestly, if she did it, if AOC did it, I would vote for her. If AOC got the fucking primary, I would vote for her in a heartbeat. Just saying, because I'm a little bitch.
No. It leaves us with a banana republic in 2022.
You mean like the dictatorships that like were backed by the American government in Central and South America? Backed with, caused by food corporations wanting to buy up all the land. And oh, how does that make any sense? Jesus, man.
And no end in sight to the corruption. Right now, go to altoira.com.
No, fuck you. Fuck your ads. Fuck you. No.
So I said this sort of thing is going to happen
Not
because
doing
Trump
it.
is just different, and they hate Trump in a
Trump's built different. He's built different, guys. Come on.
special way.
I love
and
it.
You're going to see all sorts of political stops.
He's different in a special way. God, these people would suck his cock so fucking fast. I'm not even kidding. God, I'm really going hard here with the swears. I don't care, dude.
Absolutely no holes barred. You're going to see illegal actions. You already have seen illegal actions.
Hold on. I know what he's going to do. And I'm sorry for stopping so frequently, but I know what he's going to do. He's going to do this thing. Great frame to pause on. Wait. Is this potentially... Hold on, guys. Is this the fucking... how do I screenshot? Hold on. There's no print screen. Oh, wait. Hold on, I'm dumb. There's one right there. I have a Bluetooth keyboard that I use. This is the thumbnail. This is it. The beautiful thumbnail is this fucking picture. Anyway, no, but he's going to do that thing where he starts throwing out allegations and shit, but he never names anything specifically. Like illegal activity. He's not going to explain any of it.
By these same groups, by the FBI, by the DOJ. Even though I predicted it, it doesn't make it less offensive and less shocking.
Okay, he hasn't said anything yet. I don't think he's going to.
That we're now descended into such banana republic level nonsense that you've got the president sicking the federal government, sicking federal law enforcement on his main political opponent.
Again, Joe Biden didn't know this was happening while it happened. So no, he did not send the FBI after Trump. Ugh. How do they lie this much? How do they get away with it? How do they do it? I want to get away with lying this much so I can tell people I have a big dick.
If this happened in Brazil, forget if this happened in Syria, if this happened in Iraq.
Why is he naming off countries that like have had massive political turmoil in them? Maybe not Brazil, because of the fault of America and other like imperialist countries. Why is he doing that?
We would say this is illegitimate, this is ridiculous, what a sham democracy.
Bruh. Oh no. Oh, America has been involved in so much imperialism that has led to actual sham democracies. This isn't even close. Not even close, dude.
They've got in these sorts of places, and now we're seeing it happen in our...
You can look that up about the Middle East and how we funded revolutions and dictators. Same with banana republics back in the day. Very similar thing that happened. You can find that information online. I'm not an educator. Go look up Wikipedia. Or actually, you know what? If you want to learn about Sam O'Nella. Yeah, Banana Republic. Yeah. Uh-huh. I've watched this shit lately. It's so good. It's such a good video. I love it. You should watch this video. His stuff is really funny. And it's like it's good educational stuff.
Our own country. Pathetic. What was this about?
Okay.
According to the New York Times, according to the paper of record of the liberal establishment,
poisoning the well.
Focused on material that Trump had brought with him to Mar-a-Lago, his private club and residence, after he left the White House. Mm-hmm. Those boxes contained many pages of classified documents.
Right.
Oh, he had classified documents in places he shouldn't have had them, like Hillary. Like Hillary Clinton on her server, 30,000 emails with classified material.
Whataboutism? We're doing it again.
And she just wiped it clean before federal law enforcement could find it. Not that federal law enforcement was ever really going to look.
Let me see here. Did Hillary? I've already looked this stuff up because someone on Twitter said this, and I was like, did Hillary wipe her emails? There. Let's see this. Yeah. Let's see here. Ended one of the sharpest exchanges. Why did she delete Clinton's? Is doing her best to be moved beyond the controversy of his private email of the Secretary of State. Always last night that she made a mistake and declining to address why those emails were deleted. She didn't answer Trump's questions, however, there is the answer. The bottom line, Clinton believed the deleted emails were not work-related. Okay. I mean, I feel like she's lying because it's Hillary fucking Clinton. Secretary of State, whatever I have. Clinton already deleted some emails in the time it was as an ordinary user would. Okay, that's believable because she's a fucking boomer. This is believable. That part is. I don't know about the part above. What does this add? I don't care. To determine which name was done work-related Clinton until the FBI that directed the legal team couldn't find any evidence of evil, ill intent to obstruct justice. Okay, we've already had a goddamn thing in this. This has already been solved, is what I'm reading here. FBI concluded investigation summary of the case. Okay, you can find this article. You could read it up here. You could read it yourself. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Whataboutism at its fucking strongest. It takes a Google search, guys.
Kind of like that. By the way, the president has the right to declassify whatever he wants.
Doesn't mean that you can just take it home with you. Keep it at home. Also, if it's about nuclear stuff, we know that's not exactly the case.
So I'm not saying it's right for Trump to take classified material, if that's even what he did. But
allegedly,
while he was president, he could have declassified that material. You're telling
but he
me
didn't.
The FBI is going to raid the home of a former president and, even more shocking, likely future presidential candidate, over the Presidential Records Act?
No. Well, yes, but no, they're doing it over the documents that he stole from the White House and just took home with him. That's why they're doing it. It's not about the act. It's about what he did. God damn it, dude. How do these people get away with this?
That's it.
Most people watching this don't know what this is. I don't even know what the Presidential Records Act is entirely. Like, the average viewer, no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's making it sound like some small and stupid, mundane thing when really the implications of bringing classified documents home could be a massive national security threat.
I don't think so. New York Times goes on, Trump also faces a criminal investigation from the Justice Department over alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. There we go. Okay, now we're getting a little more real. They're upset because Donald Trump pointed out that the election was rigged.
No, they're doing an investigation on him because he keeps lying about it. He keeps calling people liars and shit. Keeps claiming that they're doing illegal actions. Like, that's what they're investigating him because, yet again, 61 out of 62 fucking court cases proven to be nothing. This election was like I think people call it one of the best ones in history, but like, it's a fine election. It was a normal election. The only reason it was different and the reason why laws were passed so suddenly was because of COVID. That's the only reason shit changed, is because of COVID. It's not because the Democrats wanted to kick Trump out. Trump had been saying this before voting even began. Trump said this back in like April of 2020. That they were gonna rig it. They're gonna change the laws so that I lose. It's like, dude, no, they're changing laws specifically regarding mail-in voting because there's a fucking pandemic. No one wants to stand in close quarters in a fucking line when we know that there's a disease out there that I think has now at this time killed over 1 million fucking Americans. And at the time then, maybe 300,000 Americans in less than a year. You know, well, not then. Actually, right then and there, it would have been about, oh God, how many people died from COVID in 2020? I don't know, over 100,000 by the end of the year for sure.
He just pointed it out. They changed all the election rules right before the election, and they made it much more vulnerable to fraud, even by the standard of Barack Obama. And in
what does that mean? What did Barack Obama? What the fuck does he have to do?
In some cases, they violated the state constitutions.
Dude's a liar.
In different states.
That's true, though. I do know that like Pennsylvania had a particular problem with that. You can go into that debate. That's a whole different debate. But then what you would have to do, regardless of like what happens there, if like a judge like said like, hey, yeah, you can't change your election laws like this, then you would just have to go, okay, revote, recount. And then even if Pennsylvania switched into Trump's favor, that wouldn't be enough to switch it from Trump to Biden. Sorry.
Yeah, it was rigged. Duh. Hello. Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows. Okay, so an appeal to common sense. I'm pretty sure that's a logical fallacy. Is there like, hold on. Appeal to common sense fallacy. Argument from incredulity. Also, there's an argument from personal incredulity. Appeal to common sense. The divine fallacy or fallacy of informal logic. If it asserts that a proposition must be false because it contradicts one's personal expectations or beliefs or is difficult to imagine. Okay, so that but backwards. It must be true because it's obvious. It's the same thing but backwards. These people, goddamn.
The libs even admitted that they rigged the thing. There was a whole big magazine article afterward, how we rigged the election such that it was more advantageous for Democrats and disadvantageous.
Show me the magazine, show me who published it, show it on screen. The Daily Wire has oodles of fucking money. They could easily show this shit on screen, but they don't because they're lying to you.
Mr. Republicans. And then when you say...
Also, notice he didn't actually mention the news site that did it. He didn't mention the news site that made this, or this magazine company that made this magazine or whatever. Didn't mention the name of it. Why wouldn't he do that? Defamation.
Right back to them.
Slander.
What they just told you, they say you're not allowed to say that. That's a crazy conspiracy theory.
Believe
us, don't believe your own lying eyes. Finally, New York Times says, prosecutors have also reportedly asked about Trump's alleged attempt to pressure Vice President Mike Pence to overturn the results of the elections.
That's true. He did say that Pence deserved what was coming to him
now,
on January 6th.
Trump isn't even allowed to publicly say that he wants the vice president to invoke a kind of measure that we saw, not that is frequently invoked in American history, but which is not unprecedented, to object to the certification of certain slates of electors in the election. We did see this in the 1870s.
All right. Has a vice president ever objected the election results? Objecting intellectual events in college recalls bitter moments in history. Okay. She's the guy who awareness the role. Trump presidency of the weekend. The rise of the Constitution decided reported in the ballots, letters, blah blah blah. See government. Okay. Declaring the winner of the presidential election had been at least potentially problematic. Yeah, this is true. This was dumb. Having the runner-up be your vice president is a huge conflict of interest, dude. Republicans said that the president, senate, and vice president could decide whether the state was proper. Democrats protested. Okay, so this isn't exactly the same as what Pence was going to do. It's not exactly the same. He's kind of doing a little fib here.
And there was a process that came out of that, which is a process that Senator Cruz and Representative Paul Gosar suggested, that we have a kind of presidential election commission afterward to analyze the many irregularities that took place in 2020.
Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done watching this. Well, you know what? We'll go.
And they changed all the rules, in some cases illegally. So so what's the basis for the raid? It's that, or it's the fact that he may have had some documents at his home?
15 boxes worth of potentially nuclear weapons documents, yes.
Like Hillary Clinton did, or the fact?
No, Hillary Clinton just used a private email. We just read through this. And they had a whole investigation, and they cleared it all up. Found that there was no evil or ill intent with her deleting emails.
That he complained about the election. What is it?
He didn't complain about it. He lied about it. Holy shit. Oh, I hate conservative media so much. I also hate some liberals too. Don't get me wrong. So many people are so fucking stupid, but these guys in particular just lie constantly. They're such fucking liars, dude.
Is it?
Could be all of it. Fuck it. It's all of it. Michael, everything. Everything is happening right now. I promise. They all hate Donald Trump. It's a cabal. They're out to get him, dude. Your guns are being taken away, and trans women are going to steal your rights.
As far as I can tell, there are 3 options here for what this raid is about.
Okay.
There are only 3. The most shallow option is this was just routine FBI work. This is just routine DOJ, nothing to do with Biden, nothing to do with stopping Trump from running in 2024.
This is the only base take that's ever happened. This is the only true thing in this video. This is it right here. Only real thing.
With that, right? I think we can dismiss that out of hand. You don't raid the president's home over the stupid Presidential Records Act.
No, you raid the president's home because he took home 15 boxes with potentially nuclear weapons documents. Yeah, that's why you raid the president's home.
Second option here. This is an attempt to kill Trump's candidacy in 2024 in the cradle. This is an attempt to wield federal law enforcement to stop Trump from running in 2024.
How do people watch this guy? I mean, apparently not too many people. It's been a few days. I feel like Ben Shapiro gets a lot more views. I'm saying that as I probably have like 2 views on this video right now as it's live. Oh God, I say that, but like for someone who has, 1 million subscribers, 37,000 views 3 days ago. Those numbers aren't too good, dude. Not too good.
Because the Democrats think that he would beat them, and they just simply will not allow him to be president again. And they can't beat him at the ballot box in a fair and square election, so they're going to just raid his home and try to stop him from running in 2024.
Okay, I'm done watching this. I don't care. I'm done. I want to like, okay, so like the Daily Wire is, they're like the boomer media, but on the internet, right? They're not like that much different than like cable news, but it's more of like a radio show thing. It's like if Rush Limbaugh got a little bit more modernized, God, I hate these people. Honestly, people like Michael Knowles, honestly, horrible people. They should not be listened to. This was just lie after lie after lie, most of which we were able to just look up in a Google search, or I could just easily explain away that he's lying to you. You shouldn't be watching this stuff. I mean, it's so obviously a lie. I am not here to tell you that Joe Biden's a better option. Well, better than Trump. That's for sure. But I'm not here to tell you that he's a good president, or a bad president. I'm here to tell you that he's certainly better than Trump, but that this was not some kind of coup to overthrow Trump. People on Twitter were saying that too, that it was a fucking coup to overthrow Trump. It's like, Jesus. I also saw somebody on Twitter who said that Trump was going to get reinstated, and it's like, Jesus. These people still believe the big lie. They really fucking do. It's crazy. Trump has made a cult, and he's made like a massive cult around political extremism that any cult leader would aspire to, honestly. Honest to God. Anyway, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go edit this video and cry now. Bye-bye.